Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is JL for those of you that may not know, and I am so excited and grateful that you're here with me today. So e.l.f. just launched a brand new foundation, which I immediately had to get my hands on when I saw it. And if you're here watching this video, you probably felt much of the same way. You're like, I have to know more about this foundation. I have to know more about what's going on. So I did pick up the new Soft Glam Satin Foundation from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I picked up two shades because I wasn't sure which one would be my exact shade. And I figured I probably would need to mix and match a bit as time goes on. And, my skin adjusts to the different seasons and the sun. So we're going to be trying this out today and doing a wear test to see how we like it. So let's get started. So the claims for the foundation is that it is a medium buildable, long-lasting coverage foundation. It's supposed to have 1% hydrating hibiscus complex, and of course it's supposed to be like a satin finish. It says that you should get buildable, just right coverage and a long-wearing satin finish with a hydrating foundation that's anything but basic. So you should be able to apply this with a brush or a sponge. I'm going to be using a brush because that's my preferred way of applying foundation, but we're going to see exactly which shade is right for me. Before I start, however, I do want to prime my face, and I am going to be doing my makeup the way that I usually would, because when I'm wearing foundation, I always like to give it a fair shot based off of how I would be wearing my makeup anyway. So let's go ahead and prep the skin. So I actually picked up a mini of the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I have their OG Putty Primer, the one that's in the little pot, but I'm going to be trying this one out today. It's supposed to be pretty much the same formula. This one is just liquid, so I don't think it's going to impact how I feel about the makeup too much. But I wanted to try out the liquid and see how I like it. It feels very nice, and a little bit definitely goes a long way. I'm keeping this mainly in my T-zone area because that's where I tend to have the need for it. I have my pores are pretty enhanced in this area, so I like to just kind of go in and chill things out of it. Also, I have been doing my own nails, which has been a success story, but I did lose a few of them. So if you notice my nails look a little jank, apologies. I meant to glue them back on before I started filming, but this is real life, okay? And I'm a human being, and sometimes my nails are a little messed up. It's actually time for me to go in and adjust them a bit. And I'm a little ashy right here too. It is what it is. Okay, I really like that formula. I actually like it. I'm not gonna lie, so far I kind of like it a little bit more than the putty one. I do really like the OG products and formula. This was it just went into my skin so much more easily, and I feel like it might even be a little bit more smoothing than the other one. I feel like I have to blend that other one a lot to really get it in, and it works, but this took no time at all, so definitely something to note. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer plus niacinamide for the rest of my face. This primer is really great. I realized I've been reaching for this whenever I reach for an e.l.f. primer the most between the two Power Grips, but I used the Jelly Pop Dew Primer the other day, and I think that one for sure is their most gripping one. That one, your makeup is not going anywhere. That one really grips even more than this one does. And I do believe they brought that one back to a full-time rotation. So that means that you probably can pick it up and keep using it. But I do really love the formula of this one because it's so hydrating. And the niacinamide is going to do great things for your skin when you have it on. I need to let all of this soak in for a minute, but while we're doing that, I'm going to just say I do also want to do a little bit of color correction. So I'm going to hop off camera real fast to do some of that color correcting. It's going to be very light. I want to just touch up under the eyes a little bit and give myself, just for some of the spots that I would be color correcting anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and make sure those are fine, and then we're going to pop back in. I'm going to keep it pretty light though because I want to see how good the coverage is on this product. But like I said, there are areas of my face that I wouldn't ignore and not color correct anyway. That's just a part of my foundation routine. So I'm going to go ahead, pop off camera, do that real fast, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my face is nice and prepped, so now we're going to go ahead in with the foundation. All right, so the two shades that I have are 45 Tan Warm and 41 Tan Neutral. So I'm not sure exactly which one is going to be right for me, so we're going to try it out. So this is 45 Tan Warm. Does look a little bit too warm for me right now. I feel like this is something that I probably could add in. And normally I would be matching to my chest for the rest of my body, but because my shirt is coming up a little bit higher today, I'm going to just match it to my face. And this, I think, is going to be our winner. This is 41 Tan Neutral. So the warm definitely has a little bit too much warmth for me right now. But like I said, I feel like I could definitely add that in and kind of neutralize it a bit with this neutral shade when I'm experiencing a little bit more of like a tan. We're going to go in with the shade 41 Tan Neutral. Okay, so yeah, this was definitely a right match for my skin. And I have to say, it's applying very, very nicely. So far, I am definitely seeing that it's giving me kind of like light to medium coverage. I'm going to add in some more to really build that up. So I want to see how buildable we can get. Okay. It is definitely a nice buildable coverage. And it looks very pretty on. It looks like skin. It looks like my skin. I love a good satin finish foundation, so that part I'm really enjoying. If you look at the difference on my face right now, you can clearly see that this side just looks a little bit more even and smoother and just really kind of like almost giving like an airbrush type effect. And this side, you know, still looking nice and natural. It's skin, but you can definitely see how even and glowy this side is. That's a pretty solid coverage. It covered up some of my like marks over here. Like I have a beauty mark, and I feel like it's definitely lighter over here. I had some hyperpigmentation right there, and it definitely covered that up. So yeah, the coverage is nice on this, and like I said, it is a buildable foundation, so you're definitely going to be able to build it up and do what you need. But it looks really good, and it feels nice on the skin. It doesn't really feel like I have anything on. It's very lightweight, and it is blending beautifully into my skin as if, like, you know, I literally have nothing on. My skin looks beautiful. I mean, it looks beautiful on camera, which is always great because it's really important to know like about products that are going to photograph and videograph well. And I say that because think about it, if you're wearing a foundation like at a wedding or in a wedding, you want something that you know is going to look really good on camera. And this definitely looks really nice on camera, but also in person, it just looks really, really pretty. The skin looks really smooth, really hydrated, really natural. And I feel like I'm seeing some areas where maybe it's starting to dry down a bit. And it is that like satin skin-like finish, but it doesn't look dry or cakey. It literally just looks like skin. Definitely not a like full coverage situation, but definitely like a medium to buildable. You can build up that coverage, and I would say get almost full coverage. I feel like I feel like I added enough like amount of foundation to feel like I know I'm not getting like super full, but it's like a beautiful kind of everyday satin foundation, and it is going to give you a really nice amount of coverage, and it's going to make everything look more even and more skin-like. Like I'm really happy with how it looks. Even when I take like my mirror and do a little close-up on everything, I feel like it just looks really nice. The skin looks beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop off, finish up the rest of my face, and then I will be right back and we're going to see how everything looks all together. All right, everybody. So this is the completed look with the makeup right now. I'm about to take this headband off, but first I want to set everything in place. Everything just blended really well together. I will say that I use products that I've used before that I know that I love, and I was able to create a look that felt right. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I feel like this is such a beautiful makeup look. I'm so happy with how the makeup turned out. And yeah, I definitely think that this foundation, pretty great. The only issue I'm having is my eye is watering right here, and I unfortunately can't stop it. So unfortunately, that is something I'm dealing with in this moment, but we're going to keep moving. So I'm going to pick up this e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I've heard really great things about this. I'm excited to try it out and put it on. The mist is very fine. Oh. It's a very, very fine mist. Like it doesn't even feel like there's anything on your face, but I really, really like that. It's very pretty. Okay. I love like a nice mist like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I'm so excited for this foundation. Like I said, I'm going to wear it, see how it wears, see how everything looks, but I think that I'm really happy with how this makeup look has turned out thus far. I feel beautiful. I feel like my makeup looks beautiful. And like I said, I have to like go and fix up this little area, but this is the reality of like, you know, doing makeup sometimes your allergies are acting up, you have stuff like this you have to deal with. So I'm going to fix this up, but in general, the foundation itself has stayed intact. I didn't put any foundation under my eyes, so that's not like related to it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this look has turned out. And yeah, let's see how it wears for the rest of the day. All right, y'all. So it has been a day. It's been a good day, but it's been a long day and I'm tired, ready to wash this makeup off. So the only thing I've touched up is my under eye concealer, and that's just because my under eyes have been so weepy today, and normally I can kind of prevent it from going haywire, but couldn't this time. So I guess I just did something wrong. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't put foundation under my eyes. That didn't really impact this whole situation. But this is what the makeup is looking like after a full day's wear. I'm trying to like tame my hair a bit because she was just a little windblown. Because I went to see a movie. I went to see Bad Boys, Ride or Die. It was good. It was good. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. As you can see, definitely have a little bit of shine. Like I said, I haven't touched anything up. You can see some shine poking through some natural dew. But outside of that, it looks really, really good. I have like a little bit of foundation that is collected and started to wear around this like sides of my nose here, and I can only really tell that when I'm looking up close. That's like my nose is probably the oiliest part of my face, so I do see a little bit of that, and it's still on my nose, but I feel like that's probably means that would be the next place it might disappear from, but it still looks pretty solid there. Everywhere else, it's looking good. Around my mouth, I see a little bit has kind of worn away, kind of around the mouth area, and I'm starting to see my smile lines poke through. So, and here, like in the little crease area, right here. So there's little tips and touches of hints of wear, and you see my eye literally is so watery, it's ridiculous. There are little hints and signs of some wear in there, and you know, it up close, if you're really inspecting, you can see a few places, but I've had this on for, I think about like 10 or more hours now. So a typical day's wear, and this is what it's looking like. Still beautiful, still stunning. So I think the long wearing does, you know, stand true. I've worn it for a full day, for a long day, and I'm only starting to know these signs, and that's without me touching up. So I think that if I had taken the time to actually like sit down and touch up these oilier areas, there's a good chance I wouldn't even be seeing this issue. So I'm very, very impressed with this foundation. I think it's so beautiful. I really, really enjoy it. For $8, you're really getting a good bang for your buck. The undertone is gorgeous. The glow on it is gorgeous. And it just has this really beautiful, like natural kind of filtered effect, which I feel like that's an oxymoron, natural and filtered. But it looks very natural, but still gives you this like gentle filter, this like blurred effect. It's a beautiful foundation. So highly recommend. Really excited to add this to the rotation. I'm probably going to be wearing this and reaching for it a bunch all summer long, because it's also super lightweight. So I don't feel like I'm wearing something on my face and I'm not having the desire to just immediately wash it off. You know what I mean? Like I could honestly wear this for even longer and not be bothered by it. So I'm gonna go wash my face and hang out with my dogs. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please let me know if you end up purchasing this foundation and what your thoughts are as well. And let me know if there are any other foundations that you feel like I should be trying out. I have my eye on a few more drugstore foundations because I feel like I'm not as well versed in those. So I'm really trying to like get myself on that track a bit more. So yeah, make sure y'all let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, my loves.